Ah, more forests. Here I thought I had left the wilds behind for good.
It seems we must defend ourselves. As you say.
It's your time to die! Cross me and
Now you fall!
This won't feel good.
The Watchwolves have spoken truly, my brothers and sisters. The Dalish and the human of all things, to repay us for our attack, to put us in our place. What bitter irony. You speak to Swift Runner. I lead my cursed brothers and sisters. Turn back now. Go back to the Dalish and tell them that you have failed. Tell them we will gladly watch them suffer the same curse we have suffered for too long. We will watch them pay. Was it not Zathrian who sent you? He wishes only our destruction, never to talk. The time for peace is long past. There will be no peace between the Elves and we who are cursed. You know nothing, do you? Nothing of us, and even less of those you serve. You are a fool, and we are done talking. Run from the forest while you can. Run to the Dalish and tell them they are... I do not wish to fight you either, but we cannot trust you. Come, brothers and sisters, let us retreat. The forest has eyes of its own.
I hope I don't get blood all over me again.
Time. Lose. Yes. Of course.
Too slow.
Let's end this quickly! As you say. Very well. Will be done. Turn and run! What strange beasts! Yes.
I still remember my first battle. Time for a little bloodletting, I see.
Start on the smaller digits first. Oh.
Please. Help. Listen. I am not the mindless beast I appear to be. I am cursed, turned into this creature. The curse, it burns in me. I fled into the forest. You are human. I was once an elf. The keeper sent you, then you see. I have. My name is Delilah. My husband, the staff I wear. Bring it to him. Tell him I want him to be at peace. The pain! The curse is fire in my blood. I will tell you what I know. There is a ruin in the center. I can tell you no more. The pain, it is too much. Gods bless you.
Argon.
Cross me and you shall pay!
Killing yourself would have more dignity, no? Shame.
So much past all the blood. This injury isn't going to go away quickly.
Oh dear. Not a werewolf, and not a spirit even. What are the woods coming to? Questions, questions, always questions. Ask a question and you'll get a question, but give an answer and you'll receive the same. Oh, I do so love to trade. Wouldn't I have to ask you a question first? Would you know a question if it was asked? No, that is not a question. And if it be an answer, it'd be an answer to a question I've not asked. Have you no sense for the rules?
Be cautious. This is no ordinary madman.
No fair bringing mages to a guessing game. Will you play by the rules or not? I think it is your turn to ask, is it not? Who am I? Why do you want to know? Did they send you? Did they tell you to ask? Oh, did they tell you to pretend to be an innocent I'm trickier than I look. Ha! I survive still, and the trees, they leave me be. Ha! I've won. They will never find me. So you did. But that's all I have to say about that. An answer for an answer. May I? Oh, yeah. Now, what shall be the first? Aha. So you claim. They sent you, didn't they? But it is your turn to ask now. Ask. Ask away. Let's see. I'll trade you an acorn, a helmet I found, or a book I finished reading years ago, provided you have something interesting in return. Well, that's your business then, isn't it? I still answered your question, and now it's my turn again. May I? Where were you born? So you say, fiendishly clever of you to maintain. But it is your turn to ask now. Ask. Ask. Yes, I live here, and it's not as bad as you think. Where else to... They're out there and looking. They will take your seat. But that's all I have to say about that. An answer for an... Oh, I see. You're going to report... Hold on, you. That's private property. That's an old man's home, that is. Keep out. Keep out! What's this now? You again? Why don't you go away? May I? Let's see. Do you have a knowledge of the arcane? Ah, I knew that. Or did I? But it is your turn to ask now. Ask. Let's see. I'll trade you an acorn, a helmet I found. And what do you have to trade for the book? Coin? What possible use could I have with coin? Do you see a money chain? Well, that's your business then, isn't it? Oh, I see.
Wait. We are back at the beginning of the path.
Will be done. Will be done. Oh, this should be as you say.
Now we play a little.
I do love a good death rattle.
beast be thee that comes before this elder tree? A were, thou sayest? How can this be? I sense no curse inside of thee. Could it be, instead, a lie? There is no need. Why even try? It is true thou seest it clear. There are beasts and thieves aplenty here. Allow me a moment to welcome thee. I am called the Grand Oak, sometimes the Elder Tree.
It rhymes? 'Tis a rhyming tree. One can only imagine what manner of spirit is involved here.
And unless thou think'st it far too soon, might I ask of thee a boon? I can only speak to what a tree may see. It may not help you, but it is enough for me. That is but a human name, one placed upon this land their claim. A claim they stole from ancient elves, whom they first killed, and were killed themselves. It was the elves who planted the seeds, raised the forest, saw to its needs. But that was all so long ago. That they are dead is all I know. A great war, perhaps, I cannot tell. I was not here when it befell, but many deaths here, all the same. And with the deaths, the spirits came. The spirits entered corpse and tree, and most went mad, as thou canst see. The forest had a spirit of its own, from back when its first seeds were sown. Perhaps she died of grief that day, or perhaps she simply went away. Or perhaps the wares are the ones to blame, for the day she left is the day they came. In the center of the forest the wares do dwell, or so go the tales my fellows tell. But they cannot be followed there. The forest doth protect the wares. Perhaps wares use magic to command the trees. All I know is they move as they please. Perform the boon as I ask, and I shall reward thee for the task. I have but one desire, to solve a matter very dire. As I slept one early morn, a thief did come and steal an acorn. All I have is my being, my seed. Without it, I am alone indeed. I cannot go and seek it out, yet I shall die if left without. Go to the east to find this man. I shall await. Do what thou can.
Yes.
Good shot.
Well, there is no done well.
What's this now? You again? Why don't you... What is your relationship with your father? Interesting. Most interesting. But it is your turn to ask now. Ask. Ask away. I dare you. Suddenly it all becomes... As a matter of fact, yes. I do have that tree's acorn. If you want it, you'll have to trade me for it. But that's all I have to say about that. No. Have you ever seen the Grand Cathedral of Valroyo? Drat! I've always wondered what it looked like. Oh, well, it was worth a question. Let's see. I'll trade you an... Oh, and what do you have to trade for the acorn? A book, eh? What sort of book? Elven history, you say? There. Now that's done. What else have you... May I? Have you... Oh? How boring. Maybe they... All right, then. If you still have something to ask, ask away. It's where the wolfmen have their lair, but the trees will block the path. There's a way to fool the trees, of course. Trees are thick, wooden things, after all. Easily fooled if you know how. Oh my, no, that's quite a question. I stole something from an oak tree some time ago, and it won't stop pestering me for it back. Would you be so good as to turn it into firewood or something equally dead? You know of it? Good, that makes this much easier. Yes, that's the one. Good. What's this now? You again? Why don't you... I think it is your turn to ask, is it not?
Yes.
My acorn is still gone, so I pray to thee. Hast thou any news for me? My Joy soars to new heights indeed. I am reunited with my seed. As I promised, here it be. I hope its magic pleases thee. Keep this branch of mine with thee, and pass throughout the forest free. I wish thee well, my mortal friend. Thou brought my sadness to an end. May the sunlight find you, thy days be long, thy winters kind, and thy roots be strong. Greetings to thee once again. Thou hast not yet left the forest, then?
How odd. A camp with no campers, complete with fire and warm blankets.
Of course.
I'm surprised that fire hasn't burned out. We should tend it. Is there a stick about?
I find it difficult to move. We should leave this place at once, before we are frozen in place forever.
As you say.
The elven hunters didn't make this camp. Yet I don't feel very bloody concerned about that. I just want a nap, of all things. Go figure. You know, if it's all the same to you, why don't we sit down for a while? Strange as it sounds, I'd rather camp here before going back out into the forest.
It will be done.
A hungry spirit luring those who pass to their rest and their doom.
Very well. course.
Yes. 'Tis your time to die!
How invigorating that was.
Glorious again.
Dangerous wildlife.
I will not falter!
You will learn to fear me!
Now you fall!
Beneath my foot.
Begin the onslaught!
You will be stopped. It will hurt.
As you say.
Will not win! Fall! Flee my hand!
It's your time to die!
Will not end well for you.
It's a good day.
Of course. It will be done. Very well.
Who comes? We were sent to find Witherfang. Bring his heart. Attacked.
And Darren Atishan, Grey Warden. Our scouts saw you approaching and tell me you carry the body of one of our hunters with you. Ah, Dagon. He is wounded, but I think... Mas Syranas, your help is appreciated. Come, Lethaline.
Of course.
Defend ourselves. I am your
Too easy.
Now you die! You cannot win!
Run while you can!
Now we play a little.
It will be done. Yes. It will be done. Very well. These creatures can be unpredictable.
That's it. Prepare to be crushed. Time to end their pathetic little existences.
Now this one pup. Take that!
Very well.
Good shot. Time for a little bloodletting, I see.
Yes.
I hope I don't get blood all over me again.
We'll make lovely quality.
Very well.
We'll have a
Yes.
smashing time.
Let us end this quickly! Of course.
What's this now? You again? Why don't you go away? I think it is your turn to ask, is it not? Oh, yes. Yes. I still have... Well, that's your business then.
The forest has not been vigilant enough. Still you come. You are stronger than we could have anticipated. The Dalish chose well, but you do not belong here, outsider. Leave this place! You are sent by the treacherous Dalish to kill Witherfang. I will not stand by and allow that. And they just... You are an intruder in...
Dangerous.
No mercy.
Warden?
play a little. I will crush your head last.
Yes.
I can start on smaller digits first.
Run while you can. Let us end this. Very well.
That's it. Prepare the work.
Of course.
We are invaded!
The werewolves live in an old ruin? I wonder if there are other treasures to be found here besides wolf droppings.
It will be done. Very well. Yes. As you say. Of course. What strange beasts!
As you wish.
Oh, this should be good. It will be done.
Too easy!
It will hurt.
Of course.
This won't take long. On it.
Some manner of large creature lies ahead. Perhaps it will eat you.
You'll be done.
It's your time to shine! Tear them apart! There is...
I swear.
Of course.
Go on.
Of course.
That was less fun than I would have liked.
I am ready.
Another battle line.
Time to end their pathetic little existence.
Too easy.
Mummy? Mummy Namara-san. Mummy! Mummy! Mummy!
Spirit must be from our Very well.
I am listening.
As you say. As you say. As you say. Very well.
You'd think they would run away more.
Spirits, we must be on our guard.
I still remember
Now we get our hands dirty.
As you say. Yes. It will be done.
Run while you can!
I love this game.
Very well. This will not end well for you. Now you die! Go on there! This is a waste of time!
No mercy! Begin the onslaught!
Very well. Now you die!
I think that's all of them, yes? As you like.
Very well. It will be done. As you say.
Of course.
It's your time to die!
This won't take long. At your service. As you like.
Very well. As you say.
Now we play a little.
Dignity, fool.
Of course.
Battle is over, is it? I would have liked to get back at the one who hit me.
will not end well for you.
It's your time to die! Yes. I cannot be defeated.
Of course. As you say. Very well. It will be done. As you say. Very well. It will be done. You dare! Yes. It will be done.
We are victorious again.
It will be done.
Stop! Brothers and sisters, we do not wish any more of our people hurt. I ask you this now, outsider. Are you willing to parley? I am merely another of the cursed who guards the entrance to our sanctum. I have been sent... not with me. I have been sent to you on behalf of the Lady. She believes you may not be aware of everything you should be. She means you no harm, provided your willingness to parley in peace is an honest one. Swiftrunner did not think it would matter. The Lady disagrees, and since you have forced your way this far, we must acquiesce to her wishes.
It wishes to speak to these creatures? What is the point? We've slaughtered our way this far, what's a bit further? Fine. Arguing with that logic will just give me a headache, I swear.
follow me. But I warn you, if you break your promise and harm her, I will come back from the Fade itself to see you pay.
I bid you welcome, mortal. I am the Lady of the Forest.
Do not listen to her, lady. She will betray you. We must attack her now.
Hush, Swiftrunner. Your urge for battle has only seen the death of the very ones you've been trying to save. Is that what you want?
No, my lady. Anything but that.
And the time has come to speak with this outsider, to set our rage aside. I apologize on Swiftrunner's behalf. He struggles with his nature. Truer words were never spoken. But few could claim the same as these creatures, that their very nature is a curse forced upon them. No doubt you have questions, mortal. There are things that Zathrian has not told you. It was Zathrian who created the curse that these creatures suffer. The same curse that Zathrian's own people now suffer. Centuries ago, when the Dalish first came to this land, a tribe of humans lived close to this forest. They sought to drive the Dalish away. Zathrian was a young man then. He had a son and daughter he loved greatly. And while out hunting, the human tribe captured them both.
The humans tortured the boy, killed him. The girl they raped and left for dead. The Dalish found her, but she learned later she was with child. She killed herself. Zathrian came to this ruin and summoned a terrible spirit, binding it to the body of a great wolf. So Witherfang came to be. Witherfang hunted the humans of the tribe. Many were killed, but others were cursed by his blood, becoming twisted and savage creatures.
Twisted and savage, just as Witherfang himself is.
So the Dalish leader misled us.
'Tis not surprising, is it?
No, just trying to picture his little elf head squishing. Ah, there we go.
They were driven into the forest. When the human tribe finally left for good, their cursed brethren remained, pitiful and mindless animals.
Until I found you, my lady. You gave me peace.
I showed Swiftrunner that there was another side to his bestial nature. I soothed his rage and his humanity emerged. And he brought others to me. They are still cursed, mortal. The bestial side of their nature cannot be denied, and this places them forever outside of the company of their people. We seek to end the curse. The crimes committed against Zathrian's children were grave, but they were committed centuries ago by those who are long dead. Word was sent to Zathrian every time the landships passed this way, asking him to come, but he has always ignored us. We will no longer be denied.
We spread the curse to his people, so he must end the curse to save them.
Please, mortal. You must go to him. Bring him here. If he sees these creatures, hears their plight, surely he will agree to end the curse. If Zathrian comes, I shall summon Witherfang. I possess that power. I also have the power to ensure Witherfang is never found. Tell Zathrian this. If he does not come, if he does not break the curse, he will never find Witherfang, and he will never cure his people. And we shall await your return. Outside of this chamber, the passage leading back to the surface has been opened for you. Return with Zathrian as soon as you can.
The passage just outside of this room is open to you now.
As you say.
And it will lead you to sunlight. Go, and return quickly. We are eager to see Zathrian face to face.
Of course.
After all this time.
Go, and return with Zathrian.
Very well.
I am a keeper, with access to powers your king has long forgotten. I was never barred from this place.
I don't like this one. Can we not simply crush its head?
He wishes to see if we did his work for him. Is that not why you were here now, sorcerer?
Do not call me that, witch. I am keeper of this clan, and have done what I must. Did you acquire the heart? So you wish to play games? I can sense you do not have it. Why are you leaving the ruin? You do understand that she actually is Witherfang? She is the powerful spirit of this ancient forest that I summoned long ago and bound in the body of the wolf. Her nature is that of the forest itself. Beautiful and terrible, serene and savage, maiden and beast. She is the lady and Witherfang both, two sides of a single being. The curse came first from her. Those she afflicted with it mirrored her own nature, becoming savage beast as well as human. They attacked my clan, and they were the same savages then that they have ever been. They deserve to be wiped out and not defended. Come, I will accompany you back to the ruin. Let us go and speak to the spirit, and I will force her into Witherfang's form. He may then be slain and the heart taken. Even so, they are still the same worthless creatures that their ancestors were. This is not your battle, Grey Warden. Let us just take the heart and be done with it. You were not there. You did not see what they did to my son, to my daughter, and so many others. You are not Dalish. How can you know how we had to struggle to be safe? How could I have let their crimes go unanswered? I have sworn to protect my people, and I shall. I will not lift a finger to help the descendants of savages who deserved the curse they received. Tell me, if you held your own daughter's lifeless body in your arms, would you not also have sworn an eternity of pain on those who did such to her? Very well. You wish me to go and talk? I will do so. But what if it is only more revenge they wish? Will you safeguard me from harm? I fail to see the purpose behind this, but very well. It has been many centuries now. Let us see what the spirit has to say. So here you are, Spirit.
She is the Lady of the Forest. You will address her properly.
You've taken a name, Spirit? And you've given names to your pets? These beasts who follow you?
It was they who gave me a name, Zathrian. And the names they take are their own. They follow me because I help them to find who they are.
Who they are has not changed from whom their ancestors were. Wild savages, worthless dogs. Their twisted shape only mirrors their monstrous hearts.
He will not help us, lady. It is as I warned you. He is not here to talk.
No, I am here to talk, though I see little point in it. We all know where this will lead. Your nature compels it, as does mine.
It does not have to be that way. There is room in your heart for compassion, Zathrian. Surely your retribution is spent.
My retribution is eternal, Spirit, as is my pain. This is justice, no more.
Are you certain your pain is the only reason you will not end this curse? Have you told the mortal how it was created? And so he did. Witherfang and I are bound as one being, but such powerful magic could not be accomplished without Zathrian's own blood. Your people believe you have rediscovered the immortality of their ancestors, Zathrian, but that is not true. So long as the curse exists, so do you.
No! That is not how it is! I did it for my people. I did it for my son and my daughter. For them, for justice, I would do anything.
The curse would not end with Zathrian's death. His life, however, relies on its existence. And I believe his death plays a part in its ending.
Then we kill him! We tear him apart now!
For all your powers of speech, you are beasts still. What would you gain from killing me? Only I know how the ritual ends, and I will never do it.
Ha! You see? We must kill them all!
See? They turn on you as quickly. Do what you have come here to do, Grey Warden, or get out of my way! Then you die with them. All of you will suffer as you deserve. No more. I cannot defeat you.
Finish it. Kill him now!
Oh, somebody please kill somebody.
No, Swift Runner. We will not kill him. If there is no room in our hearts for mercy, how may we expect there to be room in his?
I cannot do as you ask, Spirit. I am too old to know mercy. All I see are the faces of my children, my people. I cannot do it. Perhaps I have lived too long. This hatred in me is like an ancient, gnarled root. It has consumed my soul. What of you, Spirit? You are bound to the curse just as I am. Do you not fear your end?
You are my maker, Zathrian. You gave me form and consciousness where none existed. I have known pain and love, hope and fear, all the joy that is life. Yet of all things I desire nothing more than an end. I beg you, Maker, put an end to me. We beg you, show mercy.
You shame me, Spirit. I am an old man, alive long past his time.
Then you will do it? You will end the curse?
Yes, I think it is time. Let us put an end to it all.
It's over. She's gone, and we're human. I can scarcely believe it. We'll leave the forest, I suppose. Find other humans, see what's out there for us. It should be quite interesting, don't you think? Thank you. We'll never forget you.
It is done. The essence of the wolf's heart has banished all traces of cursed blood from the hunters. It is too bad that Zathrian had to die. I felt it when he departed. I think he was ready to go. I suspected, but Zathrian did not like to talk about that. Nonetheless, the curse is over, and no one else will be subjected to it. It will be difficult to fill Zathrian's shoes. He was our keeper for many centuries, and he will be sorely missed. But I am keeper now. Let me say it officially then. I hereby swear to uphold the terms of the ancient contract our people formed with the Grey Wardens. Call, and we shall come, with great speed and purpose, and we shall strike at your foes. This I swear. It has been a long time since the Dalish marched to war, but I trust that in the end, we shall make a difference for you.
You have returned. Is there any chance you have news of Delilah? You have news? Have you found her? Are you certain? That is her scarf. Where did you find her? What's become of her? The Keeper told me the truth? Are you certain? Oh, I see. At least she is at peace. Here is the amulet, as I promised. Now I should go and make arrangements. I must mourn my wife as is proper. Dareth Shiral, fare you well.
We are working hard to make enough equipment for all of the... Truly? Let me see. An agreement is an agreement, and I will craft something from this wood for you. What would you like? A bow? Or perhaps a breastplate? I must admit I'm surprised to witness... I will not allow your generosity to go without at least some reward. I've reformed the wood to my will.
Come to check on my Hala and I again. I don't know. Do you have... No. And? What do you think? I am glad you attempted it regardless.
I understand we will be joining you in battle as soon as the hunters have recovered. I look forward to it.
I have noticed that the painted elf seeks the attention of the Grey Warden.
He certainly does.
I watched many such couplings during the time I spent immobile in Honleith. Or I should say I was forced to watch. You do know that this usually ends in reproduction. I've seen it many times, indeed.
Oh, that is not such a terrible thought. Creating a new life can be a great deal of fun.
Not always. When a golem is created, it involves an agony one would not believe. How fun is that, painted elf?
Oh, I don't know. It could be plenty of fun if done right.
Now the painted elf jests with me.
You think so, do you? Have it your way.
Yes.
as you say. Very well. These are vile and tainted creatures. Very well.
Idiot.
Oh, this should be nice.
Now you fall!
Yes.
Our tribe fights for you, Warden. Our tribe fights for you, Warden.
Very well.
As there is but one world, one life, one death.
And after much sweat, blood, and...
is our maker. They are sinners who have given their love to false gods.
What? No mention of dessert? Surely this is a miracle.
Turn your attention elsewhere. My business does not Thank you and farewell.
Dwarven crafts. Fine dwarven crafts. Direct from Orzammar. Won't find better.
As there is but... one world, one life, one death. There is but one God.
If there's anything I can do for you.
You witnessed the rarest of things, Warden. The Dalish stand ready to defend. We have assembled on a short schedule. Crafting components would serve best. Basic ones like...
As you say.
We are better with every step you take.
If there's anything I can do...
Flowers? For me? They smell lovely, and there's something so familiar about them. These were my mother's flowers. She would sprinkle the dry petals amongst her clothes. Oh, they smell just like her. Thank you so much.
Oh, marvelous.
Is that for me? Really? Wow! Wow!
Gloves? You're giving me gloves? What for? I did not mean to sound ungrateful, it is just... Wait, these are Dalish, are they not? My mother was Dalish, and had a pair very similar to these. The leather was less thick and it had more embroidery, but these are very close and quite handsome. Do I seem surprised? Perhaps I am. Still, I appreciate the fact that you even thought of me. No one has simply given me a gift before. Thank you.
That looks fine indeed.
You have my thanks.
How nice.
Are you sure I can't interest you in this hat? A pair of earrings, perhaps? A cheese knife? I'm... You and your friends are formidable folk, indeed. Ah, yeah. I'm married to a fine woman back in Denerim, it's true. Sandal here. I found him in the... I took him in, and I brought him with me when I came here to the Sapphirs.
We left Orzammar.
That's right, boy. Maybe one day we'll see it again. It's not as if I don't benefit, mind you. Turns out the boy's a natural working with enchantments. He might have even been lyrium-addled. I never thought of that before, to be honest. He can work an enchantment into just about anything, however, given some...
Enchantment?
Well, he does seem to enjoy it, at least. Look, the thing's not all that different up here. There are places long abandoned. People and is that so bad? They destroy everything they touch. That's what I tell myself, too. Ah, these are... The dark spawn have attacked Lothering. I don't think everyone even had fled. Word has it they swarmed the entire area, making off with prisoners, and I wonder if there's anyone left. I heard some chanters were going to head down south, maybe to try to find some survivors. I'm not holding out hope myself. That's what I've heard on the road, anyhow. Take it for what it is. The Benorn are on the run now, and there's no way that they can force Tyrn Logain to resign the throne. But how the Tyrn is going to raise a proper army now is anyone's guess. That's what I've heard on the road, anyhow. Take it for what it is. There's been another battle. A bunch of Benorn met Logain at Lacus Valley, and from the sound of it, the Benorn outnumbered them. Tyrn Logain is a force to be reckoned with, though. Just ask the old legions. I hear the Benorn were routed. It's a convincing victory for the throne. I wonder if that will settle the issue now. But somehow I have my doubts. That's what I've heard on the road, anyhow. Take it for what it is. There are soldiers throughout the valley now, and Tyrn Logain arrested 3 bands. But I hear there's common folk rioting throughout the kingdom. No one will accept the Tyrn as the regent now. Can you imagine that? A month ago he was a hero, and now I'm beginning to wonder if the rumours about him are true. That's what I've heard on the road, anyhow. Take it for what it is. Of all the strange news, everyone is talking about some brother in Denerim claiming that the urn of sacred ashes has been found. Actually found. I understand the Chantry is a bit skeptical and probably won't get a chance to deal with the brother's claim until after the war is ended. But It's incredible, even so, don't you think? That's what I've heard on the road, anyhow. Take it for what it is. Of course. Good fortune to you and yours.
Goodbye.
Yes.
Indeed.
Yes.
Oh, blast it.
We shall honor our treaty to the Grey Wardens. It will not be long now before the Dalish are ready.
I understand you've acquired all the allies you could. That's good. We can call the Landsmeet if you are ready. I would prefer not giving Loghain time to consider, but it is up to you. I do not wish to go to Denerim unless you are with me. Excellent. I shall make the arrangements. Let us be off to Denerim, and may the Maker watch over us. Denerim is the heart and soul of Ferelden. It was the city of King Calenhad, the birthplace of Andraste. As stubborn as a Mabari, and as good to have on your side. If we defeat Loghain here, the rest of the nation will follow us. By calling the Landsmeet, I've struck the first blow. The advantage, for the moment, is ours. He will have little choice but to show himself, to oppose us directly. He will strike back at us. The only question that remains is how soon. Loghain, this is an honor that the Regent would find time to greet me personally.
How could I not welcome a man so important as to call every lord in Ferelden away from his estates, while a blight claws at our land?
The blight is why I'm here. With Cailan dead, Ferelden must have a king to lead it against the Darkspawn.
Ferelden has a strong leader. Its queen. And I lead her armies. Ah, the Grey Warden recruit. I thought we might meet again. You have my sympathies on what happened to your order. It is unfortunate that they chose to turn against Ferelden. You should curb your tongue. This is my city, and no safe place to speak treason. For anyone. There is talk that your illness left you feeble, Eamon. Some worry that you may no longer be fit to advise Ferelden.
Illness? Why not call your poison by its true name? Not everyone at the Landsmeet will cast aside their loyalties as easily as you and these sycophants.
How long you've been gone from court, Eamon? Don't you recognize Rendon Howe, Arl of Amaranthine and Terran of Highever?
And current Arl of Denerim, since Urien's unfortunate fate at Ostagar. The Regent has been generous to those who prove loyal.
Don't interrupt, Churl. Your betters are talking.
Enough, Carthrian. This is not the time or place. I had hoped to talk you down from this rash course, Eamon. Our people are frightened. Our king is dead. Our land is under siege. We must be united now if we are to endure this crisis. Your own sister, Queen Rowan, fought tirelessly to see Ferelden restored. Would you see her work destroyed? You divide our nation and weaken our efforts against the Blight, with your selfish ambitions to the throne.
I should put my faith in untried foreign hands? Do you think I'm blind? Kaelan depended on the Grey Warden's prowess against the Darkspawn, and look how well that ended. Let us speak of reality rather than tall tales. Stories will not save us.
I cannot forgive what you've done, Loghain. Perhaps the Maker can, but not I. Our people deserve a king of the Theron bloodline. Alistair will be the one to lead us to victory in this blight.
Oh, is that all I have to do? No pressure.
The Emperor of Orlais also thought I could not bring him down. Expect no more mercy than I showed him. There is nothing I would not do for my homeland.
Well, that was bracing. I didn't expect Loghain to show himself quite so soon. My sister married King Merrick while he was still in exile. At that time, he and Loghain were inseparable. The wild prince who'd never seen the inside of a castle, and the farmer's son. When Loghain joined Merrick's rebels, he was just a raw-boned boy, but he got on one knee to swear that he would see Ferelden free or die trying. And conspires with a blood mage to poison me. It is a bitter dose to taste. The Chantry speaks truly about the corruption of power. If a man like Loghain could go and do this, I would never have believed he would do anything but what was best for Ferelden. We need eyes and ears in the city. Loghain has been here for months. The roots of all his schemes must begin here. The sooner we find them, the better we can turn them to our advantage. Go have a look around, and see what you can turn up. Better yet, find the nobles who have arrived for the Landsmeet. Test the waters. See how many will support us. When you're ready to talk strategy, come upstairs to my city.
Everything in here appears to be breakable. It seems most impractical.
Excuse me, I have to dust the Isle's sitting room. No, I'm from Redcliffe. Lady Isolde brought me here to be her chambermaid. I beg your pardon, sir.
If one more servant asks if I would... What comes, my friend?
This is not as defensible as I would like, but it will do. What is your wish, Kadan? As you wish.
As you say.
Ah, Warden. I trust you've made yourself comfortable. Good, because it's likely... This is Elena, she's...
I am Queen Enora's handmaiden.
Or perhaps the young lady prefers to speak for herself.
The Queen, she is in a difficult position. She worries, no? But when she tries to speak with him, he does not answer. He tells her not to trouble herself. My Queen suspects she cannot trust her father. And Loghain, he is very... So she goes to how? A visit from the Queen to the new Isle of Denerim? is only a matter of courtesy. Things no decent He calls her every sort of name, traitor being the kindest, and locks her in a guest room. King Kalen was like a son to him, and Logain left him. I think her life is in danger. I heard Hal say she would be a greater ally dead than alive, especially if... Yes, that is what she hoped he would say. Logain, he has...
We may have no choice but to trust Honora. The Queen is well loved. If I'm not sure that's a risk we can afford to take.
I have some uniforms. I'll hire so many new girls. I will show you to the servants' entrance. We must slip in and out with my... I will go ahead to House Estate.
I haven't been here in a while. Ask away.
His lordship sends no notice he's coming, and now the house is full of guests. Andraste preserve us, this will be the death of me.
You know, I could get to like this. The last time I came to Denerim, what say you?
This is a nice change. Something I can help with?
I hope all the accommodations are to your liking, Warden. Please let me know if anything is troubling you.
Yes.
Is it true there's a prince among the Arl's visitors?
None of them looked all that princely to me.
Is it true there's a prince among the Arl's visitors?
None of them looked all that princely to me.
I got a moment's haze, sure.
This is a nice estate, isn't it? What's on your mind? Cure me? What, am I sick now? Even you know that you cannot cure the dead, and I'm not the only one. Ah, child, your concern is heartwarming, but death comes to everyone. People fear not death, but having life taken from them. Many waste the life given to them. When the end comes, they say they did not have time enough to spend with loved ones, to fulfill dreams, to go on adventures they only talked about. But why should you fear death if you are happy with the life you have led? If you can look back on everything and say, yes, I am content. It is enough. I think I've led a good life, a full life, and I, for one, am not afraid of death, whatever it may bring. They say that when you die, your spirit travels through. This is what's on your mind. I try not to dwell too much on the mistakes of my past, but I do have one regret. The greatest misstep of my life, made even more grave because it had dire consequences. Years ago, I was assigned as... Denerim was an elf, raised in one of the elven alienages, and he was very mistrustful of humans, especially humans in authority. All he knew of the humans was what he had seen in the alien. What Denerim needed was time. Time to get used. I gave him no such time. I was young and arrogant. I expected too much from him too quickly. I gave no consideration to his origin All I could think of was how stubborn he was, how he was throwing away all his talent and his potential, just to be difficult. Oh, I dread to think. I was a harsh taskmistress. You cannot plant crops in the cold, wintry ground. You cannot teach a student who is closed off and unresponsive. Patience is what is needed, and I learned that too late to help him. Denerim ran away from the circle one night. I had berated him over some trivial, ridiculous matter. He was a child, 14 at the time of his leaving. They had his phylactery, and they hunted the Templars. They called him Maleficar, a mage who practices forbidden. I begged the Templars to tell me if he suffered, if they gave him a quick death. I got no answers from them. I was his man. I should have known better. I had the best. I failed Denerim. All I had to do was listen to him. He talked about the alienage sometimes, and the Dalish. He always talked about looking. The Templars are well trained and thorough. That he still lives, it would be a vain hope. The apprentices that came after Denerim benefited greatly from the lessons I learned from him. In a sense, he was my teacher, and I his student. And there it is. My story, my one greatest regret. This is a nice estate, isn't it? What's on your mind? I will answer to the best of my ability. It has been almost a year, hasn't it? Do you miss the tower at all? You can take a mage. He was joking, but there is some truth to the statement. A mage never really leaves the circle, and for the rest of your life you will be... But you will always be a... You represent both mages and Grey Wardens, and your actions may reflect well or badly on both groups. Oh, but listen to me go on. You start a conversation, and I just run away with it, don't I? I've been mentoring apprentices for so long, it's become something I do unconsciously. I don't know if I could stop, even if I wanted to.
Taste it. Tell me if it's in need of any more spice. Dinner's not ready yet, and don't ask. It'll be served when it's done, and that's that. Now, shoo, out of my kitchen.
What's the point in scrubbing the pot if they just get dirty?
We're out of eggs.
Can't
Don't
talk now,
chickens
sir.
know they're laying
Mistress
for an
Agatha
hour?
would have my hide.
Yes.
Indeed.
Indeed.
So, you're female, Liliana, right?
I am? That's news. When did that happen?
I just wanted some advice. What should I do if I think a woman is special and...
You want to woo her? Here's a good tip. You
Dwarven
shouldn't question her about her femaleness.
All right, yes, good point.
Why do you ask? Are you afraid to think...
Another victory for the regent at Larcus Valor.
The alienage is closed. Be on your way.
We'll have the banner all lined up soon.
Dwarven crafts. Fine dwarven crafts. Direct from Orthamar.
Indeed.
Indeed.
Yes.
Oh, blast. Yes.
Magic exists to serve man and never to
trap right ahead.
And so here is the mighty Grey Warden at... And where is Zevran? I don't see him with you. How very disappointing.
Here I am, Taliesin. Tell me, were you sent, or did you volunteer for the job?
Oh ho! And I volunteered, of course. When I heard...
Is that so? Well, here I am.
You can return with me, Zevran. I know why you did this, and I don't blame you. It's not too late. Come back and we'll make up a story. Anyone can make a mistake.
And that's not likely to happen. You're going to lose, Taliesin. You're going to lose badly. You should have stayed in Antiva.
What? You've gone soft in the head.
Perhaps they will at that. But I'll take what time I have.
Traitor.
I won't fight against you, Taliesin. We were friends once, and more. But I will leave you to your fate.
I'm gonna split your...
Yes, of course. Right away.